Good afternoon and welcome to Broussard for this Flag Plus Football Co-Ed 3 Championship game between the number 2 seed 9-1 anything against the number 6 seed 6-3-1 Kiss My A's. I'm Brent Bachman. I'm joined by my broadcast partner Kwesi Gordon-Mall. Championship game coming up. We had an interesting one here in Division 4A. We have an potentially even better one here in Co-Ed 3. Who do you think is going to win the game?
Well, my money's on anything, but as you see before, right, the last game that just happened, I thought Goons was going to take it away, and that was not what happened, right? So again, in championship games, anything can happen. Anything can happen. So we're gonna have to find out and see. Yourself?
All right, so it's anything squad. Like I said, they're 9-1. Their only loss in the regular season was in the regular season finale to Balls and TD. So just a couple weeks ago. Again, taking on Kiss My A's. These teams did not play each other in the regular season, so this is the first matchup this year between these two teams. Taking a look at how both teams got here. Anything, again, the number 2 seed in Co-Ed 3, they got a first-round bye. They knocked off the Pick Artists 34-13 in the quarterfinals, and then they beat the Thunder Villains in the semis by a score of 29-12. The Anything defense getting 3 INTs in that game. Kiss My A's, a little bit of a different route to get here. They beat the tight ends 30-21 in the divisional round. Then a little bit of controversy. So in the second round of the playoffs, Kiss My A's played BNGs. The final score on the website says 30-0 for Kiss My A's, but if you've played in FPF or been a fan of FPF for any amount of time, you'll know that when it's a 30-0 score, usually that means there's a forfeit, and that was the case, as the final score actually in that game was actually 37-18 in favor of BNGs, but they had a roster violation, meaning they had a player who was ineligible to play in the postseason game, ended up playing, because again, to play in the postseason, you need to have 5 games or more played for your team. The player, who will remain nameless for BNGs, did not have those 5 games played. That player played, so of course now BNGs forfeited the game. Then Kiss My A's, though, they responded in the semifinals. They came back and took care of business. They knocked off Balls and TDs by a score of 44-27 to punch their tickets to the final. Again, anything against Kiss My A's, the winner of this game will be crowned the Division Co-Ed 3 champions. We see the coin toss happening at midfield right now with the officials and 2 of the players, 1 from each team. So it looks like, yep.
It seems like
Kiss My A's won the coin toss, I believe.
Yeah, so I believe they're going to start on defense.
Yeah, that's exactly. They're starting on defense.
Oh no, they're starting on offense. Starting on offense. So I guess maybe they lost the toss, because I don't believe they would have started on. I don't believe they started on offense if they won the toss. So I believe they lost the toss.
So no, yeah, you're right. Yeah, pardon me. Kiss My A's wearing blue, and anything wearing purple in this contest.
So they definitely lost the toss. So they'll be starting on offense.
So the offense led by number 10, captain and the quarterback, Alexis Dubois. Rather, pardon me, 28. Here's Dubois. Dubois on the team with his sister, Erica Dubois, who's number 12. First pass of the game, caught just before hitting the turf right there by the receiver. A hard catch right there. Receiver a little slow to get up, trying to get you that number in a second to see who that was. A low pass, though, by Dubois on first down, not doing his receiver any favors.
Yeah, exactly. So that was a catch by number 22.
Yeah, Elie Bourget with the catch.
So big catch by him to kind of start the game off. A very good concept from Alexi. He kind of just ran a double drags on each side. It seems like the slot inside receiver slot on the left side did 2 yards, the right side did 5 yards, and he got about a 5-yard catch.
Second and about 4 right now for Dubois. I thought about going left, and he gets sacked. Brought down on second down by number 21, Fred Raymond. Fred Raymond with his second sack of the postseason right there, coming on this first drive defensively for anything.
Yeah, so that was a huge sack. Alexis Dubois had his snapper, I believe that's Abigail. Yeah, he had his snapper, Abigail.
Abigail Cochran.
Yeah, she was kind of wide open. He kind of delayed it a bit and ended up being a defender, was able to cover 2 receivers in one spot, and then by the time he wanted to run or make a move, the rusher was there, and he was able to make a huge sack. I believe that was like 6-7 yard sack.
So third and long now, facing Dubois on his offense. Dubois going right over the middle. Bourget with the catch. Enough for the first down. Good job by Dubois seeing his number 1 receiver wide open over the middle. He layered that pass, put enough height under it as well. Picking up the first down.
Yeah, so basically right there, the play that he got sacked, Ellie was wide. Ellie, I believe that's yeah. Ellie was wide open the play before, so he kind of ran the same thing. He ran a bit deeper, so good awareness from Alexi.
So first down now for Kiss My A's. Over the middle again, and it's picked off. Going on the right sideline and tackled at the last second by Dubois was number 5, Alex Desmarais. Desmarais, solid defensive effort so far in this postseason. 2 pass deflections, 2 sacks, and there you go, his first INT.
Yeah, so pretty much it was a concept where both the halfbacks were shooting inside the middle. Alexi kind of either didn't see the defender or figured he was able to kind of slip it in, but he fortunately was not able to, and that's the first interception of tonight.
And good vision, good awareness there by Desmarais too. Reading that route, he cut it off. Again, that was a crossing route intended for Bourget. A quick pass there to Emile Plant, the number 1 receiver for the Anything offense. Anything led by the reigning co-ed 3 quarterback of the year, number 18, Felix Derry Bernard. 37 touchdown passes in the regular season. A scrambler as well, get this crazy. 47 carries for 759 yards, 8 touchdowns. He averages 16 yards a carry.
Yeah, I know his stats is actually crazy. I was telling myself if Kismo right there,
You saw a run right there.
right there at the touchdown. But I was saying if Kiss My A's don't have a good rusher on him, they're gonna have to make sure that they put their best player, best athlete, fastest guy on him. If they don't, this is probably gonna be a blowout, or it's gonna be a very not close game.
So Derry Bernard dropped back. He hit the top of his drop. Didn't like what he saw, and he said, I'm going to tuck and run. And he did exactly that. He ran all the way to the end zone, giving his team a 6-0 lead, fresh off the interception by Dubois.
Yeah, so they're going for 1 here. He rolls out.
Go to the left, now fakes to the right. Little chuck to the end zone that gets picked up by Bourget, but he gets tackled right away, so it won't be a 2 points awarded for conversion, if you will, on defense, awarded to Kiss My A. So 6-0 lead right now for Anything. Crazy, got to ask you. I mean, we saw that defense. They got an INT early. What do they have to do to keep on with this aggression? And what should they do, actually, I should be asking me. What should they do to kind of mix things up on Dubois?
Just keep shooting zones. Don't make anything too easy for him. Don't play like a 1-3-5. Kind of just play like a 2-3-4-5. Just have a lot of guys switching left and right. Have a lot of players coming left and right. And just keep Alexi guessing. Don't let him know what your defense is running.
So the ball gets a snap. He looks to his left. He's going deep. A wobbly pass. Wide open receiver. But a weak pass right there by Dubois gave the receiver no chance of coming down with the ball. And that was number 26 who was wide open. That was Alexandre Falcon-Corbe.
Yeah, so right here, Anything kind of had I believe they played a 2-3 where the halfback the halfback on the right side kind of took a post and didn't realize that there's a straight through coming on the other side. So that's something they're going to have to adjust so they don't get beat on the deep ball.
So the ball waits to snap now. He gets it. He goes to his left. Looks like he's going to run. Now he hits the brace, throws across his body. Wide open receiver. Nice catch. Looking to make a first down out of it, though. Well short, though. I believe of the first down by about 5 or 6 yards was the receiver. And it looks like that was number, I think it was 28 there, Alexi Solis with the catch.
Yeah, I believe that was him. But good job from Alexi. He kind of had nothing coming from the from his left side that he wanted. Got out of the scramble. We always say not for quarterbacks to throw from back shoulder, but he made it work this time.
So the ball gets a snap again. He looks to his left, pass over the middle to Cockerton. She didn't get to flag right there. Is that going to be flag guarding or?
I don't think it's going to be flag guarding because she was on the floor. So
this might be roughing. Yeah, it's going to be on the defense. So first down, regardless of what the yardage was. Unnecessary roughness penalty going against the Anything defense.
Yeah, so they called a roughing the passer from number 1 from Anything, where she kind of was in no man's land. The ball was kind of coming. She was kind of there. I feel like that call could have went either way. They could have either not called it or kind of let it play, but they called it, so it is what it is.
Yeah, so Chloe Corbet, the defender there, roughing the receiver, causing Cockerton to hit the ground. Pass to the end zone. That's a bad one. Nice catch out of the air. Bourget ripping that ball out of the air between 2 defenders, picking up enough for the first down. And I got to tell you, Quasi, that was a dangerous pass there by Dubois. Lucky that wasn't picked off.
Yeah, so that was a very dangerous pass. Anything also, they just ran that defense where they ran a 3-5, so they had two safeties over top where Alexi kind of luckily he put it where he put it because if he puts anywhere further, it would definitely have been a pick. He had the underneath. He decided to be a bit greedy and took the over top. Unfortunately, it worked out for him. But if he thinks he's going to win this game doing that, it's definitely not going to be. It's definitely not going to work out.
Got the ball in the red zone now. Dubois gets it, looks to his right. Quick pass at Cockerton. She got bumped, though.
Yeah,
You
so
can
we
see
have,
that clearly.
yeah, so we have a contact on number 5 from anything.
Yeah, it's Desmarais.
Yeah, so he kind of saw the snapper coming his way. He kind of just jumped on it. But again, it's a no contact league. You have to be careful on your movements. You have to play with your feet and not your body.
So pass interference called against Desmarais. So, I mean, yardage-wise, I mean, it's not a huge loss. It's a gain of maybe 3 yards because of the penalty putting the ball about the 2-yard line here. But it's a fresh set of downs, which is really going to benefit Kiss My A's.
Yeah, exactly. So they get back their first down and they get the ball 1 yard closer.
Dubois looks to the right. Toss. Oh, and it's picked off. A bad pass again by Dubois, and it gets intercepted. Number 17, Ariane Nouveau with the INT.
Yeah, so that's really unfortunate. Alexi had his receiver coming across. He was wide open at the time, and he just overthrew it to the corner that was kind of just sitting, playing in a zone in a lanes actually, where she was able to just get the ball right in her hands, make the interception, and make a play for her team.
And that's one of the big questions. One of the headlines coming into this game is which Alexi Dubois would we see in this contest, and that's going to be false start against the receiver on the left-hand side for anything. Yeah, it's going to be against Frederic Raymond. So again, Alexis Dubois in the regular season, respectful numbers: 28 touchdown passes, 12 interceptions in the playoffs. He's had 8 TDs, 3 INTs, but we've seen 2 back-breaking INTs to start this game here for the Kiss My A's offense.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I mean, it's not the hardest thing, right? So quarterback's running it here.
Gary Bernard breaks one tackle and another, finally taken down by Neo Wright just past midfield. Actually, rather by Erica Dubois just past midfield.
Yeah, so going back to Alexi, yeah, so 2 bad passes that led to interceptions, but he did be able to get down the drive, right? They did get stopped on the 1 yard line. So there's some good and there's some bad. He needs to realize that he has to shake this off and kind of realize, okay, I was able to get to the 1 yard line. I just have to punch it in.
First down just past midfield for the anything offense. Fake to the right. Derry Bernard throws to the sideline just out of the reach of the intended receiver in number 26.
Yeah, so right now,
Gary.
if anything is going to want to win this game, they're definitely going to have to change rushers. It seems like the quarterback,
Derry Bernard.
for Felix. So it seems like the quarterback for anything Felix. It seems like he's going to be able to do whatever he wants. He has a very good shuffle step going left right, where he's kind of making the rusher hold his feet a bit too long, and then he has all day to throw the ball.
So good job there by the rusher. So you just talked about maybe switching the rusher, but a good job there by, so it's Alex Solis, again, who got a big first down earlier on offense in the contest for Kiss My A's. He's the rusher here. So he caused Derry Bernard to kind of hold on to the ball a little longer than he wanted to. He ended up firing a fastball to a wide open receiver on the right sideline, but that receiver wasn't prepared to catch that pass because it was well out of her reach.
Yeah, exactly. He did a good job containing over there. Now we have a shovel pass, that great tackle from
Alex Dubois. Erica Dubois.
Erica Dubois. Sorry, I was about to say Alexis Dubois, her brother, but Erica Dubois, great tackle from her off of that shovel pass. But the rusher is definitely gonna have to try to stay in front of the quarterback and try to contain him as much as possible, and just make sure he doesn't get to use his legs because he feels as comfortable as possible when he's able to run. That's gonna be rusher pass. That's gonna be rusher interference.
The pass caught in the end zone. Nice catch there for a touchdown, but unfortunately it's going to be called back. Rusher interference going against the anything offense.
Yeah, and I believe that was 4th down.
So that was Emil Plant, who is the snapper, number 8 for anything. So again, yeah, you're right. I believe that was fourth down.
Yeah, it is fourth down, so it's automatically dead play. Loss. It's automatic loss of down, so it's first
Yeah,
down
that's it.
for Kiss My Ace.
So I'm glad you brought that up because people at home might be wondering, well, how come if Kiss My A's decline at penalty, it should be a touchdown, but no, because of the rush interference
Yeah.
and happening again on fourth down, it's just a loss of a
Yeah,
play.
it's a loss of a down right away. So it doesn't matter if they complete it as a first down. It's not like the NFL or the CFL where if you complete something, it counts as a.
Well, bad pass over the middle behind the intended receiver right there.
Yeah,
And
so
almost picked off.
So it counts as a first down. So it doesn't work like that. Any type of flag like that, it becomes a penalty. That's a loss of down. So good for Kiss My Ace. They got their stop, right? They definitely needed it. They didn't want to be down by 12 points going into this first half. Alexi's just gonna have to realize that his drags underneath is probably gonna work. He's gonna have to be able to make some other more plays here.
So second down now, second and long. Dubois going to his left. He's running. Scrambles down the left sideline. Pickup of maybe a yard, maybe two on that play right there.
Yeah, so right now anything is playing 3 short, we're 2 over top. He's might have to switch some players around and try to take advantage where maybe you take both of your guys and you put them at the wide out position so they're able to do straight goals and you maybe just do a jump ball until anything makes an adjustment where they're not going to have both of their males playing short because it seems like both of their guys are coming down right away.
So third and long now. Dubois, wobbler over the middle looking Tim Tebow-esque. Was that picked off?
No, I believe that hit the floor.
Yeah, the official on the right side saying that hit the floor. And that was not a good pass there by Dubois. And unfortunately for him and his offense, that has been the story so far in this game. We talked about the 2 bad interceptions, but he's had about 3 or 4 of those really wobbly, wonky-looking passes so far, and it's really hindering their offense.
Yeah, he doesn't look comfortable at all. It seems like the rusher's really bothering him. As soon as he gets the ball, it looks like he's going left. He looks like he's rolling out left right before he's even making a read. It's something he's going to have to try to change. Again, maybe run all hooks and just throw a quick pass. Go get the momentum going your way, or even it's a completion.
So can the offense get more than the 2 yards they've generated so far in the drive? Pass over the middle, and that's the DB Demare just read that the entire way. It's as if that pass was intended for him, his second INT of the game.
Yeah, so again, to be honest with you, if he ends up throwing that ball to the far left, his right receiver, it would have been an easy 10-yard gain, but he decided to throw it more closer inside, and that basically made an interception.
So Demare looking like the MVP of this game so far. Derry Bernardon gets the ball for his offense just before midfield. Pass over the middle, reaching up in the sky, and catching that was Chloe Corbet. Base one tackle finally taken down by Bourget at about the 6, maybe 7-yard line. First down and then some for the anything offense.
Yeah, that was a very good concept from Felix. He was able to use his two inside receivers on each side to kind of go over top and be able to realize that the middle of the field was wide open after the number 3 defender from Kiss My A's went to go cover over top.
First and goal now for the anything offense. Trips to the left. Derry Bernard on the opposite side now, going to his left, now to his right. He's at a scramble. He's running a bit more. Oh, tackled at about the 2-yard line there by Erica Dubois.
Yeah, so unfortunately, Felix's flag actually came off, so he just had to get touched by the rusher. The rusher was very close. I don't know if he realized that all he had to do was touch him, because it would have made his job so much easier. But instead, Felix was able to kind of get out of it and run for 3 yards and make it a 2nd and goal.
Ball at about the 3-yard line right now. Derry Bernard gets it quick past the end zone. Touchdown! Chloe Corbet, 12-0 lead for anything.
Yeah, so right now it seems like anything is in the driver's seat. But again, you would feel like this game is like 3 or 4 more possessions than what it is. It's only a 12-point game. Kiss My A's are still in it. They just have to realize that they have to get a drive going. They got to get a completion. They haven't had a completion the last 5 or 6 throws. So again, they need to stop here on the first convert.
Yeah, 1 point conversion right now, looking to make it a 13-0 game. Back goes Derry Bernard. Back a little bit more. Gets flushed to his right. He has some space. He hits the brakes, throws to the right, and it's caught. Great catch right there on the right sideline. Anything extends their lead to 13-0.
Yeah, so that's going to be a really big issue right now. The rusher is not as fast as the quarterback, right? Felix feels more comfortable. He's able to go left, back pedal right, back pedal left, do kind of whatever he wants, and then kind of makes that throw. They're definitely, I don't know exactly who else could rush for Kiss My Eights, but they might want someone that's able to go faster and just kind of tell the rusher like just rush him and just make sure he can't beat you on the outside. That would be a very good switch for them.
So Andre Lajoie got the 1 point conversion. That's the second 1 point convo of the postseason. Dubois now for a little running of his own. He tried to get the dip there going on,
Yeah.
kind of tripped himself up there.
Yeah, he went for a dip, but it looked like it was a truck
More of a
stick.
trip. Yeah, exactly.
To be honest, that could have been called if the defender was kind of more in front and kind of took the hit. It definitely would have been a truck, like a charge. You know?
definitely.
So I mean, it didn't happen like that. But again, at least I guess a completion is not what he went for, but at least he got a couple yards.
Yeah, pick up about 5 yards on that play.
Yeah, right now I feel like he's kind of not composed. He's kind of like all over the place. So he definitely needs any completion here.
Dubois gets the ball on second down now over the middle. Another wobbly one, easily batted down by Derry Bernard. I'll tell you what, Dubois is lucky that Derry Bernard didn't pick that one off. Derry Bernard, one of the ball hawks on this defense. 2 INTs so far in the postseason.
Yeah, so right there is a concept. He had double drags with a hook by the snapper in the middle. The snapper went a bit too deep. If she kind of cut that to maybe 5 to 7, I feel like the pass would have been so much easier. I think she would actually completed it, but she went around 10, so it gave Felix the time to be able to come down. So again, we have, I think this is a 7 or 8 throw right now where we have no completions. I don't know what Alexi has to do, but he's definitely going to need a completion here.
Dubois looking deep, gets flushed to his right, looking to throw across body, thinks better of it, going back a bit more, tossing into the air, and it's picked off. Derry Bernard, can he make it to the end zone? No, he can't. He gets tackled by Bourget.
So his flag came off.
It came off. He was touched. Yeah, you're right.
So it seems like he's going to be back at like the 20-yard line.
Right. Gonna have to refashion those flags there.
Yeah,
Tighten them up.
exactly. But great play by him. Alexis Dubois he's in trouble right now. I don't think he realizes that he has the comebacks from both his wideouts, 5 or 6, 7 yards. He's gonna have to try to see that for himself and kind of hit those targets. And he's gonna feel like it's gonna open up the defense 100%, but he's gonna have to hit it.
So, big play right here. First down just before midfield for anything.
This is a big drive here.
Derry Bernard gets the snap, goes right over the middle again. High pass brought down, though. Good catch by number 8 and Emile Plant. And that's one of the things I was wondering, Kwesi, coming into this game. Emile Plant has been the number 1 receiver for this team all season, for this anything squad, I should say, all season, right? I mean, if you look at his stats, at least in the postseason so far, anyways, he has, not counting tonight, 3 touchdowns on 8 receptions, obviously coming up with a couple of big plays this game. But my question, I'll finish it after this play, about the offense. Wide open touchdown. That was too easy. Fred Raymond was open. He burnt Neil Wright, who's slow to get over the top. Easy TD there for anything.
Yeah, so right now anything feels super comfortable. I feel like anyone on the offense team is able to make a play. The hardest thing on a defense, right, when your rush can't get to the quarterback fast enough, it opens up all the slow streaks, the post corners, the deep yard ends. It's so much more time to develop a lot of plays where when the rush is coming at you full speed, you don't have time to make those certain throws.
They're going for the 2-point conversion now, is anything.
So we have an offside.
Shot towards the back of the end zone, and that's easily caught. Oh no, the same is out of bounds. So a 19-0 lead right now for anything. So, Crazy, what I wanted to ask you before that touchdown was, so I talked about Emile Plant, right? In the regular season, 40 catches, 350 yards, 9 TDs. No one else on the team had more than 14 catches for this anything squad. So I was wondering who else would be able to step up and make a play, but we've seen here
Well,
this afternoon so far more than a few players are stepping up offensively for anything.
yeah, so one thing I do have to say is that it's a fact that he's able to do whatever he wants, or he doesn't need Emil to step up. He can have other receivers do what they kind of were doing during the season, where he doesn't have to force anything to Emil because he has so many people open. Like again,
So,
he's backpedaling here. He feels like he's comfortable.
so anything again after the penalty on the Kismaye's defense, get a second chance to go for two, and a pass goes off a number of hands and out of bounds.
He's extremely comfortable. He just backpedaled, I would say, 15 yards and was able to snipe. It seems like across his body where he missed two of his receivers. He had a good chance for, I believe, number 26.
Yeah, that was Eloise Guerin.
Yeah, so she had a straight clear a try at the ball where she kind of just missed it. But again, like the fact that he's able to backpedal 15 yards and still make a clean throw to a wide open receiver just kind of shows how comfortable he is right now.
So first down now again for this Kismaye's offense, looking to get any type of positivity in that pass behind the center, Abigail Cockerton. She was open, but the ball failed to hit her.
Yeah, so right now, Alexi kind of is. I would run all hooks. I would try to run 5-6 yard hooks. Just get a completion. When you get a completion, it's gonna start momentum for your team. It's kind of gonna start getting confidence for everybody else, right? You guys are down by 19 points. There's about a minute left. If you're able to score at least one touchdown, put one touchdown, you're gonna go into the half being down. Let's just say maybe max 12, 13 points compared to being down 19. And you leave with a good drive.
The ball rolling to his left, across his body. Cockerton with the catch, bailing out her quarterback.
Yeah, so again, very fortunately that he made that throw and the defender kind of didn't stay down there because that definitely would have been an error, pick six. But again, it's a completion. Hopefully, this starts some momentum for him, for Kismaez.
So less than a minute remaining here in the first half. Again, just a reminder, Kismaye's, they have not passed midfield yet. Oh, actually, no, probably one drive they passed midfield, but it's been pretty much turnovers and more turnovers and just not getting anything positive on offense besides that single drive where, again, they were able to get the ball a little deep, but then Dubois threw an interception in the red zone.
Yeah, that was pretty much a good turning point of the game. It's early on to say, but if they scored a touchdown there, compare interception, we would have a different score right now.
Yeah, 19-0 lead right now for anything over Kismaye's.
So again, we have 23 seconds left, and I believe it's 3rd and 4.
Dubois gets the ball, goes over the middle, a lofter, and that's intercepted. Chloe Corbet was pretty much just standing there, put up her hands, reached over a couple of players, and came down with the ball. Good job by her. 3rd interception of the first half for Dubois and the Kismaye's offense.
Yeah, so Dubois is trying to make something work. His teammates have to realize that he doesn't have much. The middle of the field is kind of covered. The deep is kind of covered. He really is going to have to pick a lot of those sneaky spots like sideline, a couple outside in, stuff like that for him to drive the ball. He's not going to have those easy drags that he likes to do.
So Derry Bernard gets the ball again after yet another turnover. And that's been, for as solid as he's looked so far in this game, and obviously in the regular season, quarterback of the year in his co-ed division, those simple passes to the sideline to wide open receivers, he struggled. Audrey Lavoie has been open on that sideline almost the entire game. And even on that time when the rusher was electing not to put a ton of pressure on Derry Bernard, he just struggles to hit it to his right-hand side.
Yeah, exactly. It was also kind of, he could have took his time with throwing it. He kind of threw it a bit faster, and then, so he just did the same play again. He was able to make the completion. He took his more time. It looks like the backspin was way better than the last throw that he did. So they got I believe 6-7 yards catch there. There's about 6 seconds left, so maybe if they're lucky, they'll have 2 plays, but at least they'll have one. They'll at least have one play right now to try to score.
So 3 yards to a new first down. This offense, fastball over the middle, juggle, caught, touchdown.
Yeah, so right there, the middle of the field was pretty wide open. The defender from Kismaeus was kind of breaking down. He kind of took his time. He's kind of looked at the quarterback way too much. And by the time he realized the ball was thrown, and it was a touchdown.
So that right there, so you see Neil Wright, the player on the right, and Erica Dubois, number 12 for Kismaeus. Both of them were in the area, but they both elected not to cover punt until they saw the ball coming down the middle at the last second. They had to have better communication than that. Someone needs to go take the receiver that was open to the left, and someone needs to take the receiver that was punt, who was wide open over the middle. Easy lofter to the middle of the end zone, and that is dropped.
Yeah, I think it was tipped by number 79. Yeah, he was able to get a hand on it. But yeah, it kind of you kind of could see the frustration on Kismaeus right now that things are not going their way. It's unfortunate that anything actually did score a touchdown to make it an extra 6-point score on top of their 19, right? So right now it's 25-0, so it doesn't help them out. Hopefully, Kismaeus is able to. Hopefully, Kismaeus is able to kind of come together and try to get a drive going because they don't start with the ball second half, so they're gonna have to come along and have a second half stop at the beginning of the second half.
So obviously, you talked about a few seconds ago, right, about the frustration that Kismaeus must be feeling right now. They're the captain, the quarterback, Alexis Dubois, is honestly, he's just not having a good game. I believe he has more INTs than he has completions.
Yeah.
It's never a recipe for success. If you're on the sideline right now, if you're talking to him, like, what are you telling him? And how do you give their offense some kind of juice to get any type of positivity?
Just some completions. Right now, the biggest issue that they're having, they're not completing the ball. He's kind of looking at what he's used to doing. It's not working. He's gonna have to scrape his whole playbook and just kind of start doing what he's gonna have to change his whole playbook. At this point in the day, you're down 25-0. It doesn't really matter what you do now, as long as it works. So he has to get rid of the drags, crosses, the deep ins that he's doing. Look for something else. I'm pretty sure his receivers are also telling him, I'm open. Yeah, it is frustrating at times when sometimes receivers do that, but at this point, start listening to them, and if it doesn't work, you just tell them, okay, well, we did, it didn't work, something else.
Okay, and switching sides, obviously, if you're a member of the anything squad, I mean, you're up 25-0. It is what it is. But you can still improve on some things. They weren't perfect in that first half. What would you like to see them do a little bit better here in the second half?
Yeah, so exactly. They weren't perfect at all. As we said, it seemed like the score was way higher than what it is. Now it seems right that it's 25-0. But when it was 12-0, it didn't seem like it was it seemed like it was more. So the fact that Kismaeus had it at 12-0 and anything could have had it way more, like that's a good thing for Kismaeus. So for anything, I think you just kind of have to keep scoring as much touchdowns as possible and just keep doing what you're doing. Felix needs to keep using his legs and don't feel like you're up by 25 that you don't have to stop playing. Just keep playing and keep doing what you guys have been doing.
All right, so can anything continue keeping their pedal on the metal and cruise to a victory, or will Kismaeus at least make a game out of this and potentially stage a comeback? Let's find out. Second half action is about to start here in Broussard, and as Kwesi was saying, anything starts the second half with the ball.
Yeah, so exactly. So this drive is pretty much going to be the game at the end of the day. Like, if anything could score here, they definitely will win.
A player wide open deep. It goes back to the sideline to Lajoie. She was open, but again, a bad passer just out of her reach. I tell you what, though, Kwesi, Kismaeus, they were lucky right there. They were lucky. There was a player there who was kind of dribbling a little back there, Louise Leguerin.
Yeah, she was able to slip past the defense. I don't think Felix felt as comfortable as making that throw, or maybe he wasn't looking upfield. But that definitely could have been that could have been 6 if he made that throw.
Don't forget, the game we have for you next is the Women's Division 1 Championship. The number 1 seed, the best team in Canada, most would say, Sub-Zero, 9-1 record, taking on the number 3 seed and the 6-4 Cayenne. If you're wondering who gave Sub-Zero that one loss in the regular season, it was Cayenne. Both teams splitting the regular season series, 1 game apiece. A rubber match taking place here for the Division Women's 1 Championship in just a few minutes here in Broussard. We see a big run right there on second down by Derry Bernard, picking up more than enough for the first down, giving his team the ball in Kismaeus territory.
Yeah, so again, he feels so comfortable. He kind of was just scrambling left, coming back right, getting his defenders to kind of get big deeper to the point he was able to start running off. He ran, he got 25 yards. It seemed like it was effortless for him.
First down now. About the 15-yard line. Derry Bernard, a little little sidearm pass. Nice move by Plot. Touchdown. Anything, and they extend their lead, 31-0.
So that was very fortunate that didn't get picked off from Alexis Dubois. He saw it, he was coming down on it, and he just missed it. He was maybe a second too late to kind of get a hand on that. If he was able to maybe get a hand on it, maybe it would have been a pick. But again, great ball from the quarterback to actually just sling in there, but very dangerous throw.
I love the reaction in the end zone by Chloe Corbet. She was kind of shaking her hand, or like, oh my God, that move was nice. So again, Alexis Dubois missed the INT or the bat down, and then Erica Dubois missed the tackle at the goal line. Pass, and that's batted down by Bourget, intended for Desmarais. So 31-0 lead right now for anything. And I think we could officially say the route is on.
Yeah, so again, at least they kind of stopped the bleeding there, making sure they got I'm sorry, Kiss My A's kind of stopped the bleeding there, getting a stop for that convert, making it a one less score instead of being 32 to make it 31. So hopefully that gives them some momentum, and they can start scoring. So again, that's a completion. We have 2-3 yards from Neil.
Yeah, Neil, right.
Yeah. So again, here we go. That's one catch. Hopefully they can continue doing this.
Keep up the momentum.
Yeah.
I had a chance to talk to Neil earlier this week. He's a buddy of mine, plays in a couple teams here in FPF. He was excited about this chance to win a championship. He's won one with the Demons team. Unfortunately, they weren't able to make the championship this year, but in the past, he has won a championship, so looking to get a little bit more championship, a taste of a championship. I guess you guys didn't say championship gold. I'm thinking like wrestling or UFC or boxing, but he's looking to get another taste of a championship here in Co-Ed 3, but that hill is going to be pretty high to climb right now.
I mean, there's still 16 minutes left in this game.
We've seen comebacks. We
have seen comebacks.
Dubois going deep, looking to stage a comeback, and that pass is batted down. Great defense there by number 26, and I believe that was Guerin there. Eloise Guerin going step for step with the receiver.
So that was a really disguised defense from anything. They shot their corner from the right side to kind of have her spy the middle, and then had their half that's inside, and their three over top to play on the right side, and everyone else to kind of crash on the left side. So I guess they're kind of trying to bait the middle where Alexi wouldn't have saw it, but he was already going deep pre-snap read.
Dubois gets the ball, double pump on a one hopper off the floor. Oh. The defender was trying to make it look like that pass went off the hands or the body of Wright into her hands, but the officials were Johnny on the spot. So that's a fourth down, turnover on downs now. Ball goes back to anything deep in Kiss My Ace territory.
Yeah, so Alexi tried to run a levels there where he had one receiver underneath, one receiver over top, but both receivers kind of ran around the same length of a route, so it didn't help at all. And by the time he was able to make a throw, he was under pressure, and the ball was able to get to his receiver.
So first down now for the anything offense. About the 13-yard line here, so great field position for them as they look to extend their lead. Looking to get it up all the way to 37. Pass to the right-hand side. Tackle by Erica Dubois, made on number 4, Audrey Lajoie.
So we have a flag on the play.
So I have to see. It looks like Julien Prou, the official on the left-hand side. He's the one who called the penalty there through the flag. So it's going against the defense, and it has been declined. Looks like it's going to be, I'm not sure what the call is going to be there. Either way, play continues here.
So we have second down.
Yeah, it's going to be second and about 6 here. Couldn't see what the official was calling, what signal was given, but
it's pretty good coverage right now.
Yep.
You just got to keep the rusher got to keep it in front of him up. He kind of lost him there.
So Derry Bernard runs, and he's dragged down.
I mean, it's a pretty good job from the rusher from Kiss My A's. It's just unfortunate when you're not as faster than the quarterback. So it comes to a point where if he's able to to pick a side and kind of just go for it, it's hard for you to make a tackle. But again, we had 2nd and 7 here. Now we have 3rd and 4, so only 3 yards there. So it's something you could actually you could live by.
Yeah, Kismaye is missing Alexi Labonte, one of the leaders on this team. A lot of experience as well. Nice pass over the middle, wide open receiver. And she's in for the touchdown, Chloe Corbet.
Yeah, so that was just a simple slant in. The halfback from Kismaez, it seems like he kind of just went more inside and was able to, or did he even go inside? Or he just waited?
No, the defensive back just kind of waited. That was Bourget, which is really odd. He was really out of place on that play.
Yeah, it looks like he was in no man's land, and then he was kind of back. He backed up. He backed up a bit. It seems like he backed up a bit too much. And by the time he realized, Corbet was able to make the catch and get into the end zone after a spin.
So it took them a couple more plays to get it, but they have now extended their lead, talking about anything to 37-0. And that pass is picked up by Dubois. Well, she ran it back. She tried, but she got tackled at about the 1, maybe 2 yard line. So it'll be new possession right here for Kismaez. Again, this game appears to be all but over, but at least if right now, if you're Kismaez, you're still playing for respect. At least you don't want to get shut out in any game,
exactly.
especially a championship game.
You did, at this point, when the score is what it is, right? We have 37-0, about 12 minutes left on the clock. You just want to have a drive. You just want to score. At this point, just make it fun. Score. Like at that.
First down now by Dubois. A little bit surprising that he's still in the game. Dubois going deep. He has a man open. It's Bourget. He makes the catch. Deep into anything territory. Touchdown, Kismaez. And we talked about it. At least it's not going to be a shutout.
Yeah, there you go. So finally, Alexi was able to find the deep ball. He found his receiver. He was able to make a catch and then make a cutback across the field and get into the end zone. So there you go, 37-6. They're on the scoreboard, and I believe they're going for 2 here. So maybe they're able to tackle on an error too.
So Alexis Dubois, the only member of this offense, of this team, I should say, that's able to score a 2-point conversion or any conversion for that rate so far in the postseason. Double quarterback here. It's Solis and Dubois. Solis is going to have to get rid of the ball soon, and that was just a play that had no chance of going anywhere. Solis got the ball from Dubois, running around, not sure what to do with it. Instead of throwing the ball, he elects to run it from about 15 yards out the end zone.
Yeah, he looked a bit confused. It seems like maybe, I don't think they do that often. He got the ball, and he was just kind of like happy feet, you know, and you don't really know what to do, and it's like you're playing hot potato, and you're like, what do I do? What do I do? So that's kind of funny. But again, like as I said, like they're at this point, have fun with it, you know.
So Derry Bernard gets the ball. He has a player wide open and pliant. He likes to toss it to the sideline. La Joie's there, right again, setting up shop in her office on the right sideline by the benches, and she picks up a first down and then some.
Yeah, again, so anything is kind of running a basic offense. The rusher is not coming at him as fast as possible, which is totally fine, you know. You know that he's faster than you, so give him his leverage, give him his space, and by the time he wants to make a break, try to get there as fast as possible. Again, that's also an issue because it gives him lots of time to throw the ball, and it's hard to keep a player in front of you, but you're doing the best he can do.
Gary Bernard gets the ball again. He thought about going deep. He goes right over the middle. Security blanket and plant. He's tackled though right away. And it looks like I think that was number 6 and Kelly Lalone with the tackle.
That was a very good tackle.
Yeah, Lalone kind of alone on an island right there in the middle of the field. Good tackle there on Plant. We saw Plant before. He's shifty, able to move his hips, scored a nice touchdown on the right-hand side, looking to do the same over the middle of the field, but again, he got tackled by Lalonde.
Yeah, it's a good tackle. If she doesn't get that tackle, I think he scores. So, kudos to her.
Just over 9 minutes remaining here in Bassard. This co-ed Division III championship game between Anything and Kiss My Age. Shovel pass now to Demar. He's tackled right away by Bourget. Again, a loss. No.
Seems
yeah,
like
so a gain of about 2, maybe 2.5 yards.
Yes. So I believe we're at 3rd and 1, but good concept again. Don't do anything too fancy. Don't do anything where you're going to force interception. Just keep doing what you're doing the whole year, what was working, and make sure you keep doing what you're doing.
3rd and 1.
So they changed rushers here.
Yeah, Neil Wright's rushing now. Much better option right there. Pass over the middle. Well, they're saying it's incomplete. That pass was intended for Corbet there. So yeah, good vision by you. Good notice right there. Switching out to Neil Wright, much bigger guy than Solis.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's something they should have done in the first half. I think after they realized that their previous rusher they had wasn't able to put enough pressure and kind of was enough fast enough, they should have made that switch. And then maybe they could have just kept switching rushers and kind of seeing who was working, who was not working. But unfortunately, they kind of did it a bit too late. But
Right lineup by rusher again. Nice fake there by Derry Bernard. Back to the end zone. Touchdown.
yeah, so again, the rusher kind of over pursued it, right? It was to a point where he over pursued it too much. But again, if they did this at the beginning, I feel like he would have felt more comfortable rushing in the first half compared to just kind of going put out there and kind of just going full speed and not having a team breaking and kind of know what to do. So unfortunately, again, it's a switch from Kismaez that they didn't do fast enough. That led to a touchdown from.
Yeah, that was Guerin. Eloise Guerin, number 26 with the TD. So 43-6 lead now for anything. Double QB play of their own. DMRA pass, and that gets caught by Plant. So Plant with the 1-point conversion. So 44-6 lead now for anything with 7 minutes and counting remaining here in the contest.
Yeah, so that was a good play. A lot. You don't see a lot. You don't see it from a lot of teams, especially in Co-ed 3, Co-ed 2, Division 5, 5A, 5B around. You don't see the double quarterback formation. So a lot of times, what you try to do is that you throw the ball to the opposite side and you try to get the defender to come on you. So it's a one-on-one coverage on the left side, and usually it's wide open.
So just over 6.5 minutes remaining. Pass. There's a ground ball there, it looked like, almost from Dubois to Cockerton, but good job by her showing some solid hands. And I got to tell you, so I used to play on this team, Quizzy. I used to play on, well, Kismet, I don't know what they were called at the time, about 5-6 years ago, maybe 7 at this point. The first year, Alexi Dubois put in the team. Erica Dubois was on the team, his sister, obviously, and Abigail Cockerton. It was her first year playing FBF. I got to tell you, both those ladies, they can play. They're ballers, and they'll be, I think, as mad as anybody about losing this game here this afternoon. Nice pass there to Solis. Rare offensive play, a big play, I should say, by Kismaez. Rarity, definitely. So nice dump off there to Solos to pick up more than enough for the first down.
Yeah, so exactly it. That's kind of what the offense that Alexi wanted to do at the beginning, but they weren't really giving them the drags. They were coming down on it. So I think anything's kind of playing a bit off, making sure they don't get over top and kind of giving the underneath, making his job so much easier.
So Dubois on this team for the first time in a while. Past the end zone, off the hands of Wright, and then off the hands of Raymond as well. I was going to say, so this is the first time in a while that Kismaez has been past midfield.
Yeah, exactly. So they were, I think it was the second drive that Kismaez had the ball on the 1 yard line. After that, they haven't been here, and then they had the big bomb where they didn't get to where they didn't get to go in the red zone or the close to the end zone because it was a 40-yard touchdown.
So second down now. Ball at about the 8 yard line. Neil Wright flexes over to the left, so trips to the left now for Kismaez. Pass to right in the end zone. That's picked off again. Lajoie, yet another interception right there.
Yeah, that was a big play from her. It's kind of saying to attack the ball at the highest point, and that's exactly what she did. Great interception.
See frustration right there in the body language by number 79, Neil Wright, just punting the ball to the end zone. Technically, that should be a penalty, but the referee is realizing what the score is right here, giving Wright and his Kismaez team a break there. We're not calling a penalty. So now anything will have the ball at their 10-yard line. Again, another interception by Lajoie, this time in the end zone for the touchback.
So now they have a new rush as well.
That's Bourget now rushing.
I think Bourget would have been my pick to rush at the beginning, to be honest with you. I feel like
he got a sack.
I feel like he was the fastest player on their team. I also think he was probably one of the best defenders on their team. So one thing that you don't like to do is that you don't want to take your best defender and put him as a rusher. But I think in this situation, that's what they should have done at the start. And then they should have rotated Neil as well in that switch.
Yeah. Well, first play is rusher by Bourget, produces a 7-yard sack. of Derry Bernard. So he has the ball deep in his own end zone now. Line of scrimmage at the 4-yard line. Derry Bernard throws to the sideline to guess who? Lajoie once again. Oh, she almost broke 2 tackle attempts there on the sideline. Good pick up by her. A gain of about 9, maybe 10 right there.
Yeah, very good hip movement, you would say. Sometimes when you're able to flex your hips the last second, defenders kind of have their hands out there and they don't even realize that you're making a move, and then it becomes a missed tackle.
So ball about, I want to say, about 4, maybe 5 yards away from midfield.
Yeah, so we have a 3rd and 5 right now.
Derry Bernard gets the ball, goes to his right. He's going to run. He picks up the first down a little bit more. Well, he ends up getting tackled by Lalonde. Good tackle by her.
Yeah, great tackle again. I feel like maybe she has to make that tackle. He gets extra 5-6 yards, but good tackle by her. Again, I think the biggest issue Kiss My A's had here is their rush. I think that was the unfortunately they didn't make a fast enough switch for the first half and the second half, and the adjustments for them.
First down now, pass to the right side to Lajoie. Once again, she gets tackled by Erica Dubois. Pick up of about 7 yards there on first down. You see the Hall of Famer Pat Jerome, Division I player and Hall of Famer, coaching along with Joffrey, coaching Sub-Zero. We talked about Sub-Zero coming up next, the number 1 seed, and the women's 1 taking on the number 3 seed in Cayenne.
Yeah, that's gonna be a very good game to watch.
What are you expecting out of that contest?
Who to win, or just what do I expect?
Who to win? What kind of game it'll be?
I think it's going to be a great game. After just saw a catch from
Plante
Emile
with the catch.
with Alexa with a tackle, but I think it's going to be a great game. As I was saying, both teams, Sub-Zero and both Cayenne, are 2 teams national-wise based, where they're probably the 2 best teams in Canada and also North America, where just to see so much talent on the field and be able to watch it, it's something that it's actually like a privilege for you to be able to actually watch 2 teams compete like this.
Derry Bernard pass to the end zone, caught, touchdown, Corbeil again.
Yeah, so there we go. Again, quarterback feels super comfortable. He's able to just roll out left, throw the ball right, and make the right read for an air touchdown.
So lead extended now to 50-6 for anything.
It kind of goes to show, right? Anything didn't go 9-1 this season. They were the team to beat. They lost their last game of the season, but again, I think sometimes it helps out to kind of just get that one loss out the way, and you kind of just roll through playoffs. And you can see that's what they're doing right now.
A pass intended for Eloise Guerin, right through her hands though.
So who are you giving the MVP to?
I had a couple different players. I mean, it's easy to pick the quarterback. Again, you drop 50, but I mean, a lot of that's due to the defense. I'm actually leaning towards, I think, Audrey Lajoie. I mean, she had a couple nice catches on the sideline. She's had a couple of interceptions as well.
Yeah, she did.
Who
She
do you
did.
say?
She did pretty good. No, I would give it to the quarterback. Like, I mean, you still scored. Did they have a pick six, or no? They did not have a pick six. I don't think they had a pick six. I think So I mean, the quarterback still scored 50 points at the end of the day.
True.
You know. I think we have the last play of the game here.
And the ball pass over the middle, and Solis drops it, and that will do it with a 50-6 victory over Kiss My A's. Anything are your new Co-Ed 3 Division champions. Congratulations to them. Unfortunately, I mean, this game wasn't much of a contest, but one team showed up and one team took advantage of the other's mistakes, and that's the outcome you get, 50-6 for anything over Kiss My A's.
Yeah, that's exactly it. You kind of saw from the last play after the drop from Neil. I believe the
Solis.
last Solis, yeah. So last drop, you kind of could see how the game went for them tonight.
Yeah, so I mean, we look at this anything offense again. Like we said, 50 points, right? Their season high this year was 47 in a Week 12 win over tight ends. They had 3 more, so again, they dropped a 50 burger. I mean, that's pretty impressive no matter what division it is. I think this will pretty much wrap it up for Co-Ed 3 for these guys. I mean, hopefully it should be in Co-Ed 2 at the very least next season. obviously, sky's the limit for this team. Where do you think they should be going from here, and what do you think they can do if they go in a higher division?
They definitely could drop to co-ed 2 for sure. The amount of talent that they have for the males and the females, they have enough talent to get them to co-ed 2. So I definitely would want to like to see them in co-ed 2 for next season.
All right, so we're going to shoot it down to the sideline there. FPF President Jeff Rosenblatt is about to present the trophy and the MVP award as well.
Just about now, we're going to go to Jeff. We're faster this time at
least. Yeah, exactly.
I'm field level with the 2025 Winter Co-Ed 3 champs. Anything, take a look at anything. We have the we have the captain, Chloe Corbet, with us. Chloe, how does it feel to be an FPF champion?
It feels awesome, and with that team, it is more awesome.
Now, are these your friends off the field also, or are these more football friends?
No, they're friends too.
Okay. So they're nice. We like them. They're nice.
Yeah,
they're nice people. Okay. We're also going to give the finals MVP to Audrey Lajoie. Come over here, Audrey. How does it feel to be the MVP of this game?
Really good, but I think it was a team thing that we all was a part of the win.
You know, that's like a very politically correct answer. I think they won this game only because of Audrey. Nothing to do with the quarterback or anything like that. Nice game. Felix, right? Felix, great game. We're going to go back up to them, but let's just say I think this team might belong in Co-Ed 2 next year, if you're asking me, but that remains to be seen. We have the Co-Ed 3 champs. Team Anything, back to you in the booth.
So again, yeah, 50-6 win. What are your thoughts?
Good game from Anything. I mean, it's unfortunate Kiss My A's kind of didn't get their offense going at the beginning. Frustrating that they got stopped on the goal line. I feel like if they're able to get that touchdown, we would have had a whole different game. We wouldn't see 50-6. But again, this is how championship games work. And sometimes it benefits one team instead of benefiting the other team.
And obviously for Kiss My A's, it was a horrible game, especially offensively. Ideally, I mean, listen, they made the finals, so not throwing any shade at them. They did make the finals. How do you think they could build on what happened today, and how can you use that as motivation?
To be honest, just their play calling. They have to realize, especially Alexi, when things are not working after the first couple drives, especially like after the third drive and your drags are not working anymore, you got to switch it up. You kind of have to start seeing other things, even to a point where you kind of have to ask the receivers, what do you see, what do you not see, what should I do better, even some trick plays, some double quarterbacks, just try to mix things in, because at the end of the day, his play calling wasn't working, but he was continuing doing the same thing.
Yep, and so congratulations again to Anything. Again, 50-6 victory over Kiss My A's. They're your division Co-Ed 3 champions, and for Anything, for all the players on the roster, it's their first championship. So congrats to everybody. They kind of they got over the hump. I mean, I don't know if you remember your first championship. I remember mine. It's a long while back, but I think for me at least it's the most special one.
Yeah, it's pretty cool especially when you win with all your friends too, to get that first championship, to kind of just get out the way. It's an amazing feeling.
All right, so once again, congrats to Anything. Again, coming up next, Women's Division 1 championship game between the number 1 seed Sub-Zero, the number 3 seed Cayenne. We'll have that game for you coming up in just a few minutes. Stay tuned.